Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 66 of Crypto Waffle. Today's topics are relief rally. Are we due one? Is there more death and destruction to come? What is VVV? I have no clue what this is, by the way. This is one of Cryptocurrencies topics. And then ARK Invest 2026 Big Ideas Report highlights. So, where do you want to start?
Let's start with the markets.
Okay. So, what are your thoughts at the moment? What are we feeling?
I'm not sure. I'm
Okay.
feeling cautiously optimistic, although I'm still in short positions. Feeling cautiously optimistic that we have some sort of a rebound. I feel like the longer we are in this range, the more chance that the bottom is already in. I'm not that worried about a big sell-off.
Okay.
I feel like we'll be okay for now. I feel like the majority of the damage has been done.
I think we need the dust to settle for a bit.
I've been hearing some things about people worrying that the stock market being weak might make crypto weak. But for me, I'm still bearish, but I'm less bearish.
I mean, on the subject of that, I do think if the stock market was to puke, I think we could see continued weakness. But I was listening to TradeGate Hub and Dale Pinker the other day, and he actually reckons that Bitcoin's front run the S&P's drop. So he does think that Bitcoin could see some strength, i.e. flat to sideways, if we were to get an S&P sell-off. I think the other key thing at the minute is to be watching is the dollar. The dollar seems like it wants higher. From the price action I'm looking at, it looks like it wants higher, but from a bigger time frame, I think it will likely be a bear market rally per se before continuation of the trend, which goes against the idea of having a relief rally in crypto. But then again, we've seen a fair bit of capitulation now from retail. I do think we are due a bounce higher to suck in some retail eyes again. Everybody think that we're back. And then that's when the likely final leg, I believe, will likely happen.
The real blood and guts.
Yeah, that's what I think. At the moment, I personally haven't done anything. I bought some syrup today, around 25 cents. Other than that, I added to hype, I think, last week after Waffle, and I bought some more Aero. So I've added to spot bags, and haven't aren't in any active shorts other than the AMD short, which I put out a week back, I think.
So you're not short Bitcoin at the minute.
No, if I'm going to be short, I think I want to be short some of those bigger stocks.
I think it would be a bad place to put a short on.
What, on Bitcoin?
Yeah, I think this would be a bad place to put one on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to play. When we do the technicals later, but I'm trying to play a double top in AMD here, with a target breakdown to around the 160 area. So we'll have to see.
Do you think AMD is a part of the AI bubble that hasn't yet been blown up?
Yeah, I mean, it's part of it, but then I also think AMD has further upside to go, like in a bigger picture. Like we are, and again, we'll get to the technicals in a minute when we do the predictions later. But
well, I would worry about a double top on AMD now because I feel like AI.
Yeah, but I say a double top, like I'm looking on the daily, and realistically, in the general trend, if you were to stick it on like a weekly, it'd be a pullback within a broader bull market. Like, it'd be nothing against the normal.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not looking for the thing to like fall 90 odd percent. I mean, ultimately, I think if we do get a serious pullback, you could be looking for a 60% drop, but that's normal in these sort of stocks. Having corrections like that, although it may sound horrific, 60% in a stock, but single names are like big cryptos. They can fall 60% quite easily. So
with the right input, with the right conditions. I'd say.
I also think the local tops in for metals, like I've said, I think for the last couple of weeks, for potentially the rest of the year, I think if any are going to break out, it would be the likes of copper, um, maybe aluminium and stuff like that as well.
Oh, so you think silver's done now? You think it run out of puff?
For the year, I'm not saying it's done because I think it does go longer, but on any major dips, I would be buyers. I think gold's the one to hold for the remainder of the year out of the two.
Okay. Can I give you a quick update on my hackathon?
Go for it. Where are
Didn't
we at? What's happening?
didn't win. It's finished. They've
Oh,
the winners. I didn't finish it.
oh, didn't have the time
Didn't have the time because I went away, and I underestimated the amount of time it would take me.
to finish it.
I slightly over. I think I overestimated my own abilities at programming.
Right.
So so yeah. So that one ended up being a bit of a fail. But there is another hackathon which I saw recently, which was maybe for Seeker actually.
Oh, okay.
Might have been for Seeker. It might have been a Solana mobile apps hackathon. So I might get in on that. I've got loads of other stuff I need to do, so probably won't get in on it. But yeah, unfortunately, the old Cryptocy hackathon bandwagon didn't draw any gold this time.
Oh
But we
well.
will be back, and
There's always next time.
there is always next
If you
time.
don't succeed at first, you try, and try again.
Right, news roundup.
Go on.
We'll do 60-second news roundup. Two different topics that I found interesting. The first one is that Robinhood are building their own chain. They are building the Robinhood chain, and that chain has just launched its testnet.
Is that what VVV is?
No, we'll get to VVV
Okay.
after. That's not a 60-second thing. That's quite a long thing. Robinhood had launched their own testnet chain. It's like a oh, let's say a fork of Arbitrum, but it's one of those Arbitrum. I forget the words, but they have their own chains that are built based on Arbitrum technology. So it's an EVM chain. It's at testnet now. There are some guides circling as to how you could get an airdrop by being involved in this testnet.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I personally don't think it will be worth the headache because I doubt they'll be giving out airdrop like that. But they have raised an incredible amount of money, and nothing gets eyes on your project like an airdrop. So it might be worth doing. What I might do actually is I might share that with our Waffle Telegram members, maybe in the light channel. I'll put the things. What you've got to basically do is sign on to the testnet, connect to it with your MetaMask, do things like find a name, like a almost like an ENS name. I think you have to make a transaction and deploy something, which might be like mint an NFT or something like that. And then hopefully you should have done enough for you to get yourself a little airdrop when the token does go live or when the network does go live. If indeed it goes live with a token, Robinhood at the moment, they are really pushing prediction markets. So I think what they may try and do is turn all of their current customers into prediction market users on their own chain. I think that might be what they actually go with. So that might be one of the main things to look at going forward.
It's
But
interesting you mention that because I'm not sure if I highlighted it, but in the ARK Invest Big Ideas report, they do mention people
oh,
building their old chains.
yeah, well, it's been a thing, and the thing is, with these EVM chains, they have made it really easy to do and quite cost efficient. I think I remember the OP chains, which is like the main rival to Arbitrum. So there's Arbitrum and there's Optimism. And Optimism is the OP chains. Those ones, I remember them costing around $3,000 a year, maybe to maintain, which is quite cheap for some of these massive companies. If you consider they would spend much more than that on databases or online storage or holding customers' details, etc., etc. So yeah, so it's interesting, but yeah, Robinhood have got a chain coming up, and it's well worth looking into and getting on if you've got some time. The other thing was Monero-topia. Have I told you about Monero-topia before?
Don't think so.
So that was where I found out about Xano. So
Okay.
what it is basically, it's a Monero focused conference that they hold in different places in the world. I think it was like in Mexico or something this time around. And lots of other privacy projects go there. Now, the news coming out of the project was that they are finding it much easier to collaborate between different companies and different projects. And the news from Joel from Dash actually was that Monero seems to be open for business. So providers like Edge Wallet done really well there and made good connections, and all looking good for Monero. Xano were probably there also, and there may even be one or two other new privacy chain startups that would have turned up there that we can go and have a look into. I think what I may do before next episode is have a proper look at what they've done and give us a Monero-topia breakdown of what happened there.
Yeah,
Usually,
that'd be cool.
yeah, they usually have some videos on YouTube from their talks and stuff. Yeah, so they have. Ah, brilliant. Yes. 12th, 13th, and 14th. Yeah, okay, excellent. Oh, wow. Each talk is like 4 hours long. No, the first one's 4 hours long, the second one's 6 hours long, and the last one's 10 hours long. It's okay. I don't have much of a life.
It's okay. There's always got to be someone to look for that sort of stuff.
There's always got to be someone. What I might do is I might just make. Oh yeah, so Firo done a presentation at this year's Monero-topia. Um, let's see if my friend Kayaba done a chat. I don't think so.
So is this just an event that anyone can actually turn up to or not?
Yeah. I don't think anyone can go there.
You haven't got to be a dev.
No, no, anyone can go there. I think anyone can go there. But yeah, this year it does look like. Yeah, it looks like it was pretty good. So I've got quite a lot of stuff to dig into.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So yeah, that was my whirlwind roundup of, well, those are the two most interesting things I found happening this week. Yeah, that's about it really.
Love it. Yeah, I had the pleasure of looking through the ARK Invest report, and I can say a lot of it went in one ear straight out the other. Especially when it got to like the what do they call it, geonomics
I don't know
or
what that is.
whatever. Where is it? I'm probably saying it wrong. No, the multitomics. It's like DNA and fusion and sciencey stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, that went straight through my head.
Yeah.
I have to say, I read probably 3 pages of it and then was like, I don't understand any of this. So just left that section swiftly and went on to the next one. So we'll quickly, because we've only got the hour today. Unfortunately, we have to be on time for a change.
Yeah.
I shall share my screen and get it underway. I have a few highlighted pages I would just like to go through. We will start with this. So it's a really good report, by the way. If you have the time, I highly recommend going through it. It will take you a while. I think it's 111 pages.
Where can you find it?
Just online. Just type in ARK Invest 2026 Big Ideas. I'll also drop it. I'll do it right now, actually. I'll drop it in the Crypto Waffle Lite Telegram. So everybody can get a copy.
Oh,
Crypto
you have to
Waffle
you have to submit a
66.
form. Oh, so you have to give them your email.
No, I've just dropped it in the Telegram. You don't need to give me an email. You can just download it from there. So there you go. It's in the Crypto Waffle Lite Telegram for anyone that wants it. And to get started, this is kind of the front cover. Give you an overview of it. Technological convergence is accelerating. Five major innovation platforms, AI, public blockchains, robotics, energy storage, and multi-atomics, are becoming increasingly independent as performance advances in one platform unlock new capabilities in another. Reusable rockets sending autonomous mobility AI chips to orbit could become critical to scaling the next-gen cloud. Multi-atomics data permissioned on digital wallets could power neural networks that catalyze the development of precision therapies to cure rare diseases. And on the right hand side is a nice visual of how all of this stuff goes together effectively. So if you think, well, none of this actually works, like how does that go with one another? You can see this kind of cryptocurrencies also leads into intelligent devices because they will use some for payment rails, I'd imagine. And then digital wallets also goes to programmable biology because you need somewhere to hold that sort of stuff, and that also ties in with multi-atomic technology and so on. You get the gist by looking at that graphic. Um, this is just a highlights for me of the report. By the way, this is not the whole report. I've highlighted maybe 15 pages, I believe. So we'll try and fly through them as quickly as possible. Demand for AI is growing rapidly as inference costs collapse. By some measures, inference costs have dropped more than 99% in the past year. As AI native applications proliferate, cost declines are driving explosive growth in the number of tokens infused by developers, enterprises, and consumers. Demand for compute on OpenRouter, a unified application programming interface for accessing large language models, has increased 25-fold since December 2024.
Half of
So,
that is probably me.
yes, or people like you. So here is a view of that. So literally within, well, not even a year, the costs have dropped from what is 28, I mean, hundreds there, tens there, so that's probably what, 30, $40, give or take, down to pretty much zero.
Yeah, that's not accurate. Well, that what they've done there. See
No,
what
no, I
they've
don't
done.
think it's actual cost. It's price per US dollar
Yeah,
per
but no, what
million
they've done.
tokens.
If you see there, they've got O1 preview. Like so, for them to make a point, what they've done is they've put different models there.
Yeah,
So what they really should do is show more like for like. So the open source model is going to be much cheaper, but it would have always been much cheaper. DeepSeek R1, Jan 25. Was it that long ago?
yeah,
DeepSeek R1, and they came and
and that
broke the
was
game.
that was only what, a year,
Yeah.
just over a year ago. Like this
Oh,
space is
God.
moving ridiculously fast, and I
Yeah.
think this kind of proves it. Then
Yeah.
we go into demand for artificial intelligence should drive sustainable infrastructure growth. As AI workloads proliferate in both enterprise and consumer environments, AI infrastructure investment could exceed 1.4 trillion, mostly for accelerated servers in 2030. Our research suggests that the ASICs designed by companies like Broadcom and Amazon, I'm saying them, Broadcom and Amazon, because it's something to go away and do your own research on, because you can probably own their stocks, will continue to take share as AI labs and hyperscalers search for cost effective compute. And this shows you here on the right hand side the traditional way of doing things from 2019, and then the accelerated GPUs obviously started to take market capture of that probably really in 2021, and is majority of it, and then only recently the ASICs accelerated chips are starting to gain uh, more market share as time goes on. And then again, highlighting this again, Broadcom and Amazon's and Amputar Labs. Look into them, something to do your own research on. This is into crypto sector now. So US ETFs and public companies now hold 12% of total Bitcoin supply. In 2025, Bitcoin ETF balances grew 19.7% from 1.2 million to 1.29 million, while public companies' Bitcoin holdings grew 73% from 59,000 to 1.09 million. As a result, the percentage of Bitcoin outstanding held by ETFs and public companies increased from 8.7 to 12%. And you can see that here. Obviously, this is going to be as of maybe like Jan 26. So this has obviously probably dropped with price as we've had a downturn. But nonetheless, Digital assets could reach 28 trillion in market value in 2030. In English, plain English, that basically means the crypto market cap could be 28 trillion. The market cap of smart contract networks and pure play digital currencies, the latter which serve as a store of value, mediums of exchange and units of account on public blockchains could grow to an annual rate of 61% to 28 trillion in 2030. We believe Bitcoin could account for 70% of the market, the balance dominated by smart contract networks like Ethereum and Solana. Based on ARK's forecast, Bitcoin is likely to dominate the market cap for the cryptocurrencies, increasing at a compound annual growth rate of 63% during the next 5 years, from nearly 2 trillion to 16 trillion by 2030. The market cap of smart contracts could increase at an annual 54% to 6 trillion by 2030, as they generate annualized revenue of 192 billion at an average take rate of 0.75%. And then 2 to 3 layer 1 smart contract platforms should take the lion's share of the market by garner more market cap from their monetary premium, store of value and reserve asset characteristics, and discount cash flows. This just shows it here. I don't know what that would put Bitcoin at. But if it did get to 16 trillion, I'd assume that's probably 10, 12, 800 okay,
Higher than,
give or take.
yeah, give or take, yeah,
Give or
yeah,
take a couple of 100,000.
yeah. What's
Um,
that between friends?
exactly. With December hitting 3.5 trillion, stablecoin volumes are dwarfing most legacy payment systems. And this is something you should really look into. You can see here traditional payment systems, Visa in green, PayPal in yellow, and remittances in red, and how stablecoins have slowly started to eat all of them over time. And then again, on the right hand side, look into stuff like Circle, definitely something to look into because they are the USDC providers, and you can also own their stock. So again, DYOR. But Circle stablecoin USDC dominated adjusted transaction volume with 60% share, followed by Tether's USDT with 35% share. In 2025, the supply of stablecoins grew 50% from 210 billion to 307 billion. USDT and USDC accounting for 61% and 25% respectively. Companies are expanding their footprints on chain by launching their own infrastructure. This is briefly what you just talked about a minute ago. Traditional companies are launching their own on-chain infrastructure. Circle is launching ARK. So that is Circle actually related to ARK? Do you remember that AI token?
No, no, no.
They're not related. You've got
Okay.
Coinbase. You got Kraken building their own one. OKX are building their own one, and as you mentioned, Robinhood, and we've also got Stripe building their own one.
Ken's one's been out for a while. No one took to it.
Yeah,
I was quite excited about that one. AX, I'd imagine no one will take to it. Coinbase are the only ones that have really pushed their
yeah. I'd
own.
say Basin is the only one that's kind of actually
Yeah,
gathered
even
some market share.
with Robinhood chain, I guess it's a wait and see type thing. But I bet you've never used Ink or X Layer.
No,
Um, so
no. And then are rolling out company branded L1 and L2 networks to support their own products, such as Bitcoin backed loans, tokenized stocks, and ETFs and stablecoin based payment rails. Then just a chart here of Robinhood's tokenized equities. So if you didn't want to have a stock account, you can own everything within the Robinhood app. Effectively, you can own Bitcoin, you can own stocks, and this is their market cap by millions. Nice little graphic there as well.
well, I'll tell you what. Go back to that quickly. Look how small that is.
Yeah, tiny millions.
Tiny,
Do you know
tiny.
what? It'd be interesting to see how much or how big hypes would look against this because I guarantee it dwarfs it.
Yeah.
I was reading a tweet the other day. I need to do a bit of research on it, but apparently, Hype has been doing more trading volume than Coinbase and Robinhood combined.
Well, they said they just passed Binance as far as perps are concerned.
That doesn't surprise me
So
either.
they are pretty much the leaders now.
Yeah, good. Among the most revenue efficient companies in the world are Hyperliquid, Tether, and Pump.Fun. So company revenue per employee. Tether was the most profitable company in the world. It has now been overtaken by Hyperliquid. You have OnlyFans coming in third, and then Valve. Never heard of it.
Yeah.
And then
Video game. Oh, stop it. Yes, you have.
Valve. What
Like you
video
play
games?
League, Steam. You know the Steam.
Oh yeah, I'm not that much of a PC
That.
gamer.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, yeah, there they are. And even though Pump.Fun and has been, I'd say, pretty quiet as recently, it's still obviously performing with regards to revenue per employee. In 2025, Hyperliquid generated more than $800 million in annual revenue with fewer than 15 employees. That is crazy, by the way. That is mental. Attracting users and capital at scale, perpetual futures, stablecoins, and meme coins are on-chain verticals with clear product market fit. On-chain businesses and protocols are redefining productivity as double-digit headcount is powering world-class revenues and profitability. So,
What is the timescale of that? Is that per year or what?
what's it say? No, perpetual futures derivatives contracts without an expiration date that allow traders, blah, 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 blah. They
Doesn't
got
say.
this.
I
They
mean,
got this data from Blockworks 2025. So you'd have to have a look at Blockworks and see what
yeah.
their data set is. I'd assume that would be of 2025.
Okay.
If I was to guess. So led by Hyperliquid, DeFi derivatives are taking share from Binance, as you just mentioned, in the perpetual futures market. You can see on the right-hand side, it was predominantly dominated by Binance, and Hyperliquid, the absolute monster that it is, has started to eat into the share of it. I only think over time that this will continue to go Hyperliquid's way, as it is just performing ridiculously well. Layer ones are evolving from revenue generating networks and monetary assets. Applying a high growth revenue multiple of 50x to its network revenue suggests that more than 90% of Ethereum's market value is attributed to its role as a monetary asset. Solana generated 1.4 billion in revenue, suggesting that 90% of its valuation is a function of its network utility. According to our research, only a few digital assets will retain monetary properties, serving as liquid stores of value. So they're saying it's not just Bitcoin that's acting as a store of value. They're actually saying that some people are buying ETH and Solana to do that as well within the crypto space. Compute scaling laws, this goes a bit over my head, but I still think it's quite interesting. Indicate a path towards human level Optimus performance by end of the decade. By mapping the compute required for Tesla full self-driving against performance gains, ARK projects that the Optimus, I assume that's Optimus robots, can overcome the complexity ratio and reach human level task performance around 2028, conditional on sustained AI compute capacity expansion and ongoing hardware advancements. So what does that mean in plain English? To me, that is telling me that I can have a robot nanny in my house doing human tasks by the end of 2028. That's when we should have the compute and stuff for it to then go and happen, which I think is quite cool. Disruptive innovators in robotics include incumbents and pioneers. Again, look at every single one of these companies here, write them down, pause this, whatever you have to do, research them, because that will be a theme, not financial advice, over the coming decade, robotics. So definitely look into robotics companies.
Are those only American bots they put there?
I don't think so, because Waymo's not on here. I guess a car one, isn't it? But there's all of these.
Looks like they've got none of the Chinese ones on there. Let's see.
I don't know any of the names of the Chinese ones, so I couldn't say.
That one looks familiar. That AGI bot. I think that might be a Chinese one. I'm just
this one here.
Having a look. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could actually just screenshot this and just give it to ChatGPT or something.
Yeah. No, they are Chinese ones. Okay.
Oh, they are as well. Yeah. Okay.
I thought I'd seen them before.
Yeah. Increasingly efficient energy is powering economic growth. Another theme to do your own research on over the next decade. During the internet boom, despite concerns about its energy intensivity, economies became more energy efficient. The same dynamic could play out with AI, thanks to significant energy efficiency gains. And you can see this here the launch of ChatGPT was here, and after that, you can see the global power capacity additions per year has obviously reached ridiculous levels since everybody now needs compute.
Mostly
Uh,
thanks to solar.
yes, and big ups to China because they're the biggest, I think, solar powered country in the world, I believe.
Shout out to China. Shout out to Silver.
Robo taxis are beginning to take share from ride haul. So Waymo is pressuring Uber's and Lyft's market share in San Francisco. So if you don't know what Lyft is, it's basically an Uber. And you can see this here. Waymo in the blue is starting to pick up the share of that. And again, compared to daily robot taxi miles and cumulative autonomous miles. Falling costs and prices should drive demand for robo taxis. Now, this chart here explains it in simple terms. You want to go get a cab, it's going to cost you £2.80 per mile. If you actually get a robo taxi, it costs you 25 cents. You tell me what you're going to choose if you have both options. You're going to go with 25p a mile. Like it's just the way it's going to be, unfortunately. Vehicle costs will dominate the unit economies during early commercialization. Vehicle utilization rates will drive per mile costs down at scale. So look out for those fully autonomous things. Oh, and I've accidentally obviously highlighted this here, which I didn't mean to. But yes, that was it. There's a hell of a lot more than that in there, but unfortunately we couldn't cover it all today.
What I did do whilst you were describing those things to us was I whacked it into
What,
AI.
the robots?
Yeah, I whacked it into AI. I whacked the whole thing in. I downloaded it from our Telegram and I whacked it into GLM5, which is the newest AI model from ZAI.
Okay.
And I said, what should be the strategic takeaways? And here are the six strategic takeaways. I think they're pretty good, right? Reevaluate moats in tech. So moats are things that stop other companies from copying what a certain company is doing. They're saying that because we're looking at more AI agents doing stuff for us, companies that relied on ads and things like that may not do as well. Focus on picks and shovels in the AI boom. The projected tripling of data center investment implies sustained demand for hardware, energy, and cooling solutions. And prepare for agentic commerce. There's an Ethereum project or an Ethereum protocol called, I think it's X402, I think it
Okay.
is, which is all about agents being able to pay each other. So that's a real interesting like bit of technology.
Yeah, I have a feeling that we might see a pickup in agents again, like
What
virtuals and stuff like that.
I think if they can start to make money, then yes, definitely. Like if I can go and pay, if my agent can pay your agent easily for me to find out when you're free, then I think suddenly we've got money in the bank because I would pay 5 cents to find out when you're free. Watch the productivity cost curve. So obviously that's going to go down. Differentiate between hype and timelines. The report specifically spoke about quantum computing, unlikely to be disruptive for 20 to 40 years. Good news for Bitcoin maxis. Despite current hype, don't worry about it. And understand the macro shift. They're expecting that GDP of major nations to jump by 7%
Yeah.
due to robotics and AI.
Yeah.
Um,
I think on a broader macro scheme, we're actually, and this again, this is my personal thoughts, we are more likely to have a deflationary shock than we are to have an inflationary boom, even though we're going to have to roll like $8 trillion worth of debt.
you think that AI is going to be that much of a big pull
Yes, I
for our
think we could
productivity?
have something because do you know when we think of markets? So if everybody's scared, like you normally want to be the contrarian and go, okay, no, that bottom's in, it's time to the other way. A lot of people are thinking, right, we're going to have another inflationary shock, blah blah blah. There's not a lot of people that I listen to going, actually, it could be the total opposite here, and are we even prepared for a deflationary shock? But I don't think anybody is.
No.
Like well, not overnight, but we've seen how fast AI moves. It's only been out for, what is it, 2 years now? Something
In
like
its
that?
current form, maybe 3 years.
Yeah, 2, 3 years. And it will get to, by the end of this decade, probably self-driving cars. As they mentioned, autonomous robots in homes doing simple
Yeah,
tasks, like
yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah,
There is more charts than that on like the drone delivery in the
yeah.
US, and the little. Have you seen the little like car robots that go around the roads and deliver packages? Like they're all rising at ridiculously fast paces.
With that in mind, right, what do you think is the right payment method for these agents, for these AIs to
Well, the
exchange
traditional
data
system's too slow,
and
right,
expensive?
and expensive, so they will have to use probably something like stablecoins on a chain, most likely. I think that's the most likely route.
Yeah,
Who knows if they actually use an asset? I don't know, but I think the most likely route is to use stablecoins.
yeah, yeah,
It's just which chain, and it could
yeah,
be any because they're all pretty fast nowadays.
yeah. Okay, let's do VVV because it ties in nicely.
Go on, hit me. What is it? I have not heard of it at all.
Oh, you're gonna like this one.
Is it? It's not a stock, is it? Is it a crypto?
It's a crypto. Let me share.
Okay.
Let me share my screen. Okay,
Show me the money.
so here we go. This is VVV. I'm gonna.
So first of all, how did you find out about this?
Oh well, two ways actually. This is one of very few truly uncensored options for AI.
Okay.
So the issue that we have with AI at the moment, a lot of people are upset about is this the bias within AI. So if you ask AI a question like, "Are men smarter than women?" the AI will say, "Oh, you shouldn't think of men being smarter than women," or etc. etc. Instead of just telling us the truth. Let me just check that my wife is not in earshot. That men are smarter. So,
Or
so
statistically smarter.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that men are smarter, but it would be interesting to know, like certain things you can't get those answers from AI. I've tried to show us another thing, so let's see if I can do it in here, so we can all see it. Okay, we don't need to do video. I want to go to the
This is
regular.
just another chatbot, is it?
Well, it's a bit more than that. Oh, and here's something interesting that we can't actually use
Thanks
it.
to your lovely politicians.
It's now illegal for Venice to offer a free tier service without requiring a credit card. UK users must now purchase a pro account. Learn more about the Orwellian police state in which you live. I love it when Americans get shirty, as if
Yeah.
they don't live in the same police state as us. Um, but anyway, stupid guys. So yeah, so you can't use chat. You can't use unless and you get on a plane
Yeah. Go
um,
somewhere.
and go somewhere. You can't use characters. Can't use all that stuff. But what you can use is the tokens. So yeah, so this is a an uncensored AI. So you can ask it whatever you want. It's going to give you an answer. It's not going to tell you I can't answer that because, or it's not going to give you some quote unquote politically correct answer. It will just tell you whatever it thinks it is. Now, I don't think the bias is going to be fully removed. I think, like all other AI, it will sound like the voice of the internet, which is North American 40 something male. So it will
Yeah.
sound like that. You can't do nothing about that because that's what all its training data is on. And it's got some very, very interesting tokenomics, right? So with this, you can use an API to generate your API key. I'm not going to do that now, but you can generate your API and then you can go and pay for your usage of this AI with crypto, or you can use a credit card. The token dashboard also allows you to stake your VVV, which gives you rewards, but also allows you to mint this thing called DM. Now, DM is quite interesting because what DM does is it allows you to get $1 of compute per day, but each DM is like $518. So prior to this week, DM was
250, give or take.
yeah, but it was below. It was below that. So it was 270. And it had been like consistently below that. So it was a good purchase down
Yeah.
here, 245. Because if you buy one DM for $240, you'll get a year's worth of AI compute, which is worth $365 at a rate of $1 per day. Currently now the price is gone bananas, and it's hopped up to 518.
Yeah. It looks like it peaked out just above 700.
Yeah, which is insane because you're almost
Yeah.
paying a premium of double for this. So you would expect it to go down, but it's a very very interesting token. Um, Very interesting tokenomics. I think it was made by the guys who made Shapeshift. I want to say. I feel like it was Shapeshift was like an old school Uniswap before Uniswap, like a decentralized.
Okay. So how would your average everyday user use this?
So if you're building something and you want AI that will give you an unbiased answer, or you want AI to compute things, or you want to compute things without having to give your data to any big corporations, then you would use Venice. The way they do their privacy, which is another thing I like about them, is that they're. I wonder if I can. Do you know what I'll do? If I do an incognito window.
So just from a, because I use Aerodrome,
Yeah.
would it potentially be worth staking some Aero with V or providing liquidity for Aero slash VVV and claiming the fees in those two rather than
No,
say
because
Raptif?
no, because then you've got to worry about the price of Venice moving. And I think
Right.
here was the thing about unbiased AI and then private AI. And I think the price of VVV will move. So these are all the things you can use it for: AI images and chat, private inference. Because right, let's get back to the price moving. So because the price is probably going to move, you don't really want to
But if you think it
like
was maybe going up in the next year or so, you could happily accumulate said tokens and look to sell later on.
yes, or stake them. I would stake them because the staking, the API at the moment is around 18%. They've also got this quite interesting buyback and burn tokenomics, which it might show about here. No, it doesn't.
I think I saw it on the other page you on a minute ago.
Ah, right. Okay, there you go. So yeah, so it might show you that they like every month, I believe, they buy back the tokens with the money that they've been earning, and they then burn the token.
Okay.
They have no governance, no pre-sale, but we do have to worry about some vesting. But all in all, it's a very interesting project. I also feel like these sorts of private and uncensored AIs will become a lot more popular when regulation hits. At the moment, they're kind of leaving AI to do what AI wants to do. But
Yeah.
I think sooner or later they're going to be like, we need to slow these guys down. And at that point, I think a lot of people will end up having to move to these sorts of decentralized solutions. As we saw already, the English have already tried to stop us from using it as best they can. And I think those sorts of restrictions will only get worse in
Yeah.
time.
Agreed.
So yeah, so that's VVV. Um, a nice little project. I like it. It's been doing pretty well last few days. I think DM is now overpriced, um, but we shall see.
Right. Let's go into predictions. First of all, I want to apologise for not posting last week's trades. Totally
Yeah,
slipped my mind. As some of you may know, I'm trying to become a padel professional. So I'm very active at the moment. Unfortunately, just slipped my mind, so I can only apologise for that. But
Apologies.
predictions. Thank you very much, sir. We'll go into predictions. We got 15 minutes to try and wrap this up. You hit it spot on, sir. Come down to your target on Thursday. So, well done to you. Kudos. ETH, no one was correct. Just sideways chop. Solana, again, no one correct. Just sideways chop. Right. I was correct.
Oh, yes.
Woo! To the T.
Yeah.
To the T. Spot on. So 1-1. And that was literally only just touched yesterday. So timed that pretty well. Silver, where's Monday? There. No, neither of us.
Not quite.
Coin, it's on the way. Not quite. Again, with time.
We tried to treat a TradFi stock like a crypto coin there with our
Well, I mean, we
overly
weren't
bullish.
far off. It's up 16% today.
Okay.
Like, we know it's due a bounce.
Yeah.
Effectively. We had hype as well. This was a trade, I believe, from last week. I think a limit long, was it?
It might have been a limit.
And then we also, I think, had a limit short hood on, which is really annoying because it didn't go to our target, our entry of 93. It only went to a high of, call it 88.5, and then just proceeded to dump. So there's a perfect example of right idea, wrong entry.
Yeah.
Rather than waiting for a limit price, we were trying to be fancy and get this gap filled. Although I do think, though, on any bounces towards that gap are to be shorted. So I do still think we could have another opportunity at that. I don't think the opportunity is missed.
Even with them launching their own chain, which they're going to dominate.
Yeah, that's nothing. I think that's very small with regards to their stock price. I don't think that's going to do anything.
Have we spoken about the fact that you can now use Polymarket via your MetaMask?
No, we haven't. I think we should do should we try and do a live tutorial of that next week?
Yeah, let's do that.
That'd be quite cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they're the things. First of all, before I clear anything, what trades did we have open? What worked? What didn't?
We've only got Hyperliquid open.
And that is a limit long, is it?
Yeah.
So did we? Assume we got stopped out on silver.
No, platinum. We got stopped out on.
Okay.
But that
was a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, our other positions we haven't managed to get in. So
no, we still got orders open.
Yeah. I think it's only Hood we've got orders open on.
Okay, well, let's have a clean slate. Let's get rid of everything.
Okay, so you want to get rid of
the lot.
Okay.
So Bitcoin predictions. I'm going to go again with last week's prediction. I think we are due a relief rally. I'm going with 78. Big numbers. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to go that big. That just feels a bit silly. I'm going to go 75k. What do you think, sir?
60.
I think we're going for a double dip.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Yeah, that's
fair play. Do we want to keep ETH or SOL in? I think ETH just because it's been outperforming Bitcoin.
Okay.
So we'll ditch SOL. ETH, I'm going to go bullish again, but I'm going to say 2,400.
Woo!
Yeah. I think we're due a bounce. And also, a little bit of alpha here for you guys. Thank you, whoever stayed it to the end. There's this little inverse head shoulders on the 4 hour, which actually gives you a target of 2,350. So if you want a trade set up, Wait for this to get up here. Wait for it to break the neckline. Look for a retest of that neckline around 2080. That's where you buy, and then ride it. TP up here. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. You probably have a stop loss around 2k. Little bit of alpha that will be going out to members when it breaks. Oh, and monitoring.
Yes, please let us know.
What other assets would you like to do?
Doge.
Doge, yeah.
Yeah. Been looking at Doge.
Okay.
It's been looking tasty.
I would like to do syrup. I'm purely talking my book here. It's only because I bought some today.
Okay. Finally,
We need a precious metal.
what should we do with metal? Yeah, it's not bad. Let's see.
So we got copper, gold, silver, aluminium, platinum, palladium,
Should we do?
nat gas, coffee. We can do wheat and all of them as well if you want. Oil.
No, we can't because they're not on thing.
Oh, they're not on Hyperliquid, are they? What's on Hype? You definitely got silver and gold
US
and
bonds. Oil. US bonds.
We can trade the T-bills on there now.
Yeah.
Ooh. Should we have a little nibble?
Let's have a go.
What ones have they got?
Only US bonds.
What? 2 year, 5 year?
It doesn't actually.
Or is it just TLT?
Yeah, it just says US bonds. Let's see.
What's the price of it currently?
89.
Okay, so it's just TLT. It's a 20-year Treasury bond. It's what I've got on my screen.
I have no idea.
Okay, so we're going to do TLT.
Yeah. That's it. That's 5.
Okay, I was going to do a stock as well, though.
Okay, well then we'll have 6.
Yeah, and I won.
Yeah, well, that's right. I can count.
Yeah, boy. Where are we? I won. Where is it, Jeff?
MicroStrategy?
No. Is this the one I was looking at earlier? Where is it gone? Where has it? I can't remember what it was now. That's getting battered. Here she is. It was John Deere.
Oh, well, that's definitely not going to be on.
Oh, is it not going to be? Oh, yeah, it's not going to be on there, is it?
No.
What have they got? Have they got AMD on there?
How do you spell John Deere?
DE is the ticker.
Nah, they've got defense.
Have they got AMD on there?
I reckon so.
Actually, no, I want to do coin because there's word on the street that we could have a crypto bill passed this week. And if that, I don't know, but I keep seeing something on Twitter.
The Clarity Act?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I keep seeing stuff on Twitter about basically institutions have come in and bought a load of Coinbase, hence why it's up 16%. And a lot of people are tinfoil hatting that they could be front running the passing of a bill, which I believe, and if you put this into technical analysis, okay, if you look at my chart here, we are in a massive area of support. It's only normal, regardless of whatever news and stuff is out there, that we normally get some sort of bounce from these levels, e.g. back towards the 200 area-ish, give or take. So that's what I think will happen.
Yeah, no, it's the Clarity Act. But right, so we didn't cover this a couple of weeks ago. I wanted to cover it, but I forgot. But you know what they've done with it? Like they butchered it so that it wasn't nowhere near as good as it should have been, and then Coinbase pulled their support for it.
Well, who knows? But this is what I'm seeing, and it makes sense from a technical point of view. This is where you wanted to be buying within this green box to play a bounce, and you probably want to exit around that 200 again. because that's where you'd be looking for a bearish retest and for price to continue lower. But anyway, they're the things for this week. So Doge, sir, where do you think we're going?
I think that Coinbase is a pretty good shout. If that Clarity Act passes. Sorry, I'm literally just
Good call, isn't it?
yeah.
Which is also, I think, if that passes, we could also see a little bounce in actual crypto.
But Coinbase definitely don't want it. There's nothing saying that Coinbase wants it. I don't think the actual act is good for crypto though.
Who knows? But there seems to be there was a lot of buying volume on, was it Friday last week on Coin? I think Thursday, Friday last week, which is why we're up so big today. I say today, actually, markets are closing the US today, aren't they?
Okay.
But anywho, where do you think Doge is going next week, sir?
Upwards.
I'm gonna say, can I say 14 cents?
Well, we haven't done ETH yet.
Did we not? Oh, I did ETH, didn't I? I don't think you did. I said 2.4.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I didn't. 2400. All right. I will say. Can I say 17?
1.7. That's nasty. That. Okay. Doge.
All right. This is going to be my outlier. 1, 2, 12.
Okay, I'm going 13.
Get that extra point in, lad.
Yep.
Okay. Syrup.
28 cents. So just for why I bought today, a while ago, I sold 20% of my syrup bags at 34 cents. Around here, I'll probably back in Jan. Shitting myself, shitting myself, shitting myself, shitting myself, thinking we're going to get a breakout. Patience is the key here. Didn't get the breakout. Got a nice dip. Managed to buy, I think it's 20 or 30% more tokens for the same amount of money. So good trade in my book.
Yep. 20 cents.
You're saying 20?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nasty if we go down there.
Into scary land.
Yeah, because we break that support. I'm then looking for like 17 to 15 cents. Right, okay. There's that. I can get rid of this now because, and then I'll move that to here because this is where I bought back in and change it to green. Lovely jubbly. Oh, TLT. Oh, we're ripping today.
It's all the buying on Hyperliquid.
Yep. No, that won't be the reason.
I know, it was a joke. It
Oh, look at
was a
that.
joke.
There's a cheeky little potential head and shoulders in here. So just for people that don't know, I believe, and if you're watching, please correct me if I'm wrong because I haven't looked at bonds in a while. But if TLT goes up, that means the yield of the bond is coming lower. So when you look at stuff like, where is it? These here, US 2-year, 5-year, 10-year, 20-year. Yeah, like today. Okay, yeah, that is correct. When TLT breaks up, the bond yields usually collapse. So today you had 2-year yields go from 3.48% to around 3.4, give or take. So if this TLT was to break up, probably have a collapse in yields. And it's the first time in a very long time we've actually been above this 100-day SMA, the green line, which I think is a signal in itself. So I'm going to be. It's bonds though, and it's not going to move far.
Not going to move fast. No, look how
I mean, am I outrageous if I say 92?
Oh,
Is that outrageous to see within a week? Actually, I
in
don't
a
think it
week.
is.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. There's quite big candles in here.
You don't have to say 92. I think that you can just get the direction right.
Okay, I'm gonna go 91.
Yeah.
Take it down another one.
I'm going to join you.
Okay, lovely stuff. And then finally,
Coin.
coin. So when the US markets reopen tomorrow, I'm going to maintain bullish bias. I'm going to say 190.
Whoa. Huge.
So around 15, 16% move.
Okay. I'm going to join you.
Love it.
In fact, I'm going to put a long on to myself on that.
Okay.
Couple $100.
Couple
10
$100.
at 10x.
50x leverage. Come on.
10x leverage. Let's see if we can double it. See if we
10x
can 10%.
leverage, isolated, no stop loss. Liquidate me.
Yeah, yeah. Markets, do your best. Do what you can.
That is not how you trade, by the way.
Quite fine. Okay.
Right, so what do we want? It's over to you now, sir, to put the trades on. Have you got time
Right.
to put them on, by the way?
Yeah, let's get them done real quick.
And then we'll have to skip poly market this week.
Get me that.
I believe we have some winners to collect as well.
I know we're not skipping nothing. Then I'll just be late for
We have
mine.
the West Ham United draw to collect.
Come on, and I watched that and I was like, I hope we put that one on.
Yeah, we
Right.
did because
Okay.
we did both, didn't we?
Yeah. Right. Okay. So, what we're gonna pick? What we're gonna do?
I would like to do.
Doge long?
I think we both agree on coin,
Yes.
so I think we do that. Um, and then do they have syrup? Actually, no, you don't agree with me on syrup, do you?
No, we
Uh,
agree on Doge though.
okay, we both agree on Doge. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
happy to do Doge.
So we'll do market on both. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get
Do you want to
ourselves.
do TLT as well?
Yeah, let's do TLT. Oh, so we'll have three on. Okay, yeah. I think the TLT we should let roll for a bit longer, you know?
Yeah, yeah. It'd have to be probably 2, 3 weeks, I reckon.
Yeah. Okay, stop loss on coin.
So doing a market order, yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon fresh lows 138.
And take profit? Or let that baby ride?
190. That was our prediction, wasn't it?
Abash, abash. Okay. We have to close this height.
Yeah, you can close that.
That's a shame. It was only down a tiny bit, a few pence.
What's a few pence amongst friends?
No, it's nothing. Um, Doge long, right?
Yeah. Again, I think we have a stop loss on fresh local lows, so call it 0.093.
And TP?
I mean, you're at 12, I'm at 13, so should we do 12 and a half?
Habash, habash. Okay, that. Oh no, TLTs.
Yeah. And then TLT, because it's like a bit slow, I reckon we just go market long, isolated, no stop loss.
What, 3x?
Yeah. And then it'll just give us a liquidation price, won't it?
Oh, we don't have much USDH left. We've only got $5. Shall we up our leverage?
Can do. Yeah, but then we're just going to get liquidated quicker.
We're not gonna get liquidated.
On
We'll up it to
$5, we're just going to get battered.
we'll up it to 5x. Liquidation price is 75. It's not going all the way to bloody 75.
I don't know, Jeff. You say that.
75.
Let me have a look. Okay, yeah, no, it's not going all the way down.
We're not gonna get liquidated.
Yeah, we're not going to make much on that, though.
No.
It's a bit annoying, but oh well, it's a bit of fun.
Order placed. Let's go.
Right, lovely. Right, let
First,
me...
my first ever time buying bonds, by the way.
Same.
Not sure if it's legal.
Unless
but-
premium bonds count.
No, well, it'll be my first time, even if premium bonds counted. Okay, I'm going to take a picture of the open orders.
Please do. Oh, shit. Shit, boy.
All right then. I believe that is it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get into...
Polyam.
Yeah, the plane quickly. It's trying to leave without me. Hold on, pilot. Please wait. Right, where are we? Where are we? Where are we? There. Share screen. Share. There. 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 Right. Can you see?
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, we don't have any winners to collect. What's going on, Jeff? Did we not put the West Ham one on? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. We went with your Sunderland one.
Useless Sunderland.
Oh, that's annoying. Although we have had some movement. We're up 20% on the old Starmer out by December, by the way.
The pressure. What did we say? We said no. He's
Yeah.
not going anywhere.
But we're up 20% on that at the minute.
Yeah. I think that one will come good.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Yeah.
Trending. Apologies for getting everyone a bit excited. I thought we actually had some money to claim. Bit disappointed now.
Yeah, that's hurtful.
Let's quickly have a look at the sports. Is there any? There's not football on tonight, is there? Any soccer?
I don't think so.
We got some on Wednesday. We got Wolves, Arsenal.
Arsenal might choke, you know.
A cheeky draw.
Cheeky draw.
What else is there? City, Newcastle. Don't really like any of them.
They're like Sunderland Fulham at home. 36 cents. Sunderland to beat Fulham at home.
Yeah. You reckon that's underpriced?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
They're middle half, I think.
Yeah, yeah, they're literally at the same place as Sunderland.
So what do they do? Couple of cheeky bucks.
Gosh.
You know why. Jeffrey. Hang on, ladies and gents. Hang. I would have sworn we put the West Ham on.
So why doesn't
Obviously
it show
not.
the other one that we lost?
It says there, will Sunderland AFC end in a draw? And it didn't. Liverpool won 1-0. Right, is there anything on the trending that tickles your pickle?
What about the one that we almost done just now? Sunderland.
Oh, Sunderland soccer.
Yeah, don't say up the reason why we didn't win it last time.
Up the tune.
Because you said up the tune. And they heard you and they were like, right, down the tune now.
Right, $2.
Yeah.
Anything else? Who visited Epstein Island?
Uh-oh.
Oh, we could have a heyday on this. Um, Richard Branson, he's got to be on that. Surely. Jay-Z, Michael
Trump.
Jackson.
The thing is, the
If
thing is,
evidence is made public confirming that the listed individual
yeah,
previously
there's no
visited.
way they'll make it public, will they? Who will they allow to be
Hmm.
thrown under the bus?
Bill Gates, he's pretty old.
Yeah. And he
Um,
definitely went.
yeah, he's got to. Should we? I reckon that's worth a
Go
buck.
on. That's worth a buck. This is really morbid, by the way. Right, move on.
Don't really know who the others are.
Yeah, new subject, new topic matter.
Oscars. Will Jesus Christ return?
Oh, I
Um,
like this. Which company has the best AI model end of February?
well, Anthropy's got to be in it. They're storming at the minute.
I guess it depends if Google brings something else out.
It's true.
But it's,
But
it's literally just between those two.
yeah, I don't think there's enough margin there though for that.
Yeah, and I would probably go for Anthropic, and yeah, the margin is small.
UEFA Champions League winner. Oh, oh. I reckon this is where you could snatch some good deals, because Arsenal are having a bit of a wobble.
Yeah, I don't
I
think.
reckon
I don't think.
Munich's a shout.
You reckon who? Munich?
Yeah. I also think Chelsea.
No, no chance.
I wouldn't put it past them, Jeff.
If I had to go for any of those underpriced, I'd go with Barcelona.
Let's have a buck on Barcelona and a buck on Munich.
Yeah, go on
We've just now become football gamblers.
then. See if there's a tweet one. We always do well in the speech ones.
Tweet. Tech, culture, and its politics. Is it under politics normally?
There was a few tweet ones there. No, it's not the tweet. It's like, when they do a speech, they'll go and do a speech, and then will they say the word turkey 5 times or not? Those are the ones we always do best on.
Oh, mentions. What
Yeah,
will be said on the first Joe Rogan Experience episode of the week?
that's already gone, isn't it?
Fucking. People 100 times. What will JD Vance say? Manhattan? No, we like a Trump one, didn't we? What will Trump say this week?
Let's go. Oh, that's
Make
six
him
days.
go. Sleepy Joe.
He won't say that. Look, why is that 76%?
Paper ballot. Drones, 2 weeks. Bully. Bully sounds like it's something he'd say.
No. Sick person.
Mm,
Barack Hussein.
see, the only one with good odds that I like there is Bully. Because I think he might put it in the context like Iran are trying to bully so and so, or Israel are trying to bully.
Go on then.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Let's have a buck. Major price image. Who cares, Jeff? Just get it on. Right, sweet. I think that's us.
All right.
Right, well, that wraps up another week of Crypto Waffle, ladies and gents. Thank you very much for tuning in. Let me just quickly check for comments.
Dionis.
Where's X? X is there. Profile. Right, I've got one. What would you rather hold, Hoodstock or Hype token? That's an easy one for me. That's Hype all
Hype.
day.
Yeah.
All day. Hype will eat Hood's lunch.
Yeah. I do think Hood has got upside.
Not at current price.
No.
No, it's just literally. Oh, where's me? What's going on with my screen? Why has it gone all funny? What's going on, Jeff? What is going on here? What is happening? I don't know what's happened. I've lost my browser right at the moment. I don't know where it is. Right, well, I think that wraps it up. I can't even find my browser. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in and we shall see you soon. Adios. What, and it pops up